Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to our lovely Miss Hidayati Arnida binti Hassan Azhari and also to our fellow friends. How's your today? I hope we're all in good condition. And also don't forget to say Alhamdulillah because we're still living today. So it's our turn to present our group 4, which is we will present about the meaning and value of work for the chapter 5. So before we go through, let's get to know us. This is our group 4 teams member. So I was the first presenter, so let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Adi Putra bin Sulaiman, ID Matric I 19103659. So before we proceed, I would like to take some word from the Karl Marx, which is he say, work as a way to express our humanity. Okay, next slide. Meaning of work. The significance of work is representations and its value from the subject perspective. The direction, the subject orientation toward work, what he is seeking in his work, and the intents that guide his action. Di mana matlamat ataupun ke arah sesuatu perkara, orientasi sesuatu subjek terhadap pekerjaan. Apa yang dia mahukan dan apa niat dia yang menyebabkan dia menggerakkan perlakuannya. Itu adalah maksud pekerjaan. And the third one is the effect of coherence between the subject and the work he does, between his expectations, his value and his daily actions at work. Di mana kesan koheren ataupun bersangkut paut antara subjek dan juga pekerjaan yang dilakukan, antara harapan dia, nilainya dan tindakan hariannya di tempat kerja. The effect of coherence. The significance of work. The concept of meaning of work can be defined as the significance the subject attributes to work, his representation of work and the importance it has in his life. This way of defining the meaning of work leads to identifying work's definition models as meaning of working international teams member propose it, or the centrality of work as morals and ways stated. Work is central in many cultures, although every culture has its own value and conception about it. However, it seems that work is important and significant for a majority of people, considering the time that individuals devote to work in their life, the numerous functions which is accomplished for them, and the fact that work is closely linked with other important aspects of daily life, such as family, leisure, religion, and also community life. Di mana walau bagaimanapun pekerjaan itu sangatlah penting dan penting bagi sebilangan besar orang untuk mengingatkan masa yang diberikan oleh individu untuk bekerja dalam kehidupan mereka. Banyak katakan banyak juga fungsi yang dilakukannya dan hakikat bahawa pekerjaan itu saling berkait rapat dengan aspek penting lain dalam kehidupan kita. Seperti contoh keluarga, riadah, agama dan kehidupan masyarakat adalah sangat-sangat sinonim. The work value. The concept meaning of work can also be defined as one orientation or inclination toward work, what the subject is seeking in the work and the intents that guide his action. We could work for money as in a job. Today, we have a higher mobility in jobs that we have had in the past. There are also more part-time and contracted jobs today. Kalau kita tengok pada hari ini, kita sedar kita mempunyai mobility pekerjaan yang lebih tinggi daripada apa yang berlaku pada zaman dahulu, apa yang kita miliki pada zaman dahulu, di mana terdapat juga lebih banyak pekerjaan sambilan dan juga kontrak pada zaman sekarang. Work is a passionate. Okay. Work can also be something that we are passionate about. Okay. Di mana seperti contohnya people work to better their sports game ataupun e-sport orang katakan, work for charity or work as a member of household. So that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you so much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Conventional view of work is something that must be ended. Sesuatu perkara, sesuatu benda yang melibatkan kepada bertahan, ended. First point is difficult, arduous and laborious. Maksudnya adalah di mana di dalam konteks conventional view of work, difficult, arduous and laborious maksudnya adalah di mana satu pekerjaan itu adalah susah, sukar dan kita kena rajin. Okey, kita rajin ni bermaksud adalah kita kena, bila kita buat kerja tu kita kena rajin untuk kita bekerja lah, secara bekerja. Okey. Poin yang kedua adalah di mana work and labour carry negative connotation. Means that bad feeling or emotion that people get when hearing a specific word and phrase. So, maksudnya adalah di sini di mana setengah orang ni mendengar sesuatu perkataan atau ayat tu, dia memberi kepada dirinya perasaan atau emosi yang tidak baik. Contohnya, kita bekerja berempat pulas, kita bertahan, tetapi bos mengeluarkan kata-kata yang membuatkan kita macam tidak selesa. Itu yang membuatkan kita menghadapi perasaan atau emosi yang tidak baik, bad feeling or emotion. Okay, poin yang ketiga di sini adalah di mana this view characteristic work for many people. Means that something relate on the successful result on that work. Means orang ramai akan melihat hasil kerja yang kita buat tadilah. Hasil kerja kita, orang akan tengok. Okay. Poin yang terakhir adalah essence of this view is that work is avoided whenever possible and ended when we must. Okay. Poin di sini menyatakan di mana kita cuba elakkan bekerja tu untuk kita berhenti kalau kita tak bertahan. Okay. Kita kena bertahan apabila kita perlu. Kita bertahan. Itu maksud dia. Okay. So the next slide is two trend between this conventional view of work. The first is that they are higher and more meaningful human activity than work. Poin ini bermaksud adalah di mana ada aktiviti manusia yang lebih bermakna daripada pekerjaan. Contoh daripada bekerja. Contohnya kita meluangkan masa untuk kita merehatkan diri daripada kita berempas pulas kerja. Contohnya, lepas kita berpenat-penat kerja, kita kena ada masa untuk kita memberi badan kita atau fizikal kita untuk cukup rehat. Ini adalah yang dimaksudkan dengan poin. Okey. Di dalam poin yang pertama ni adalah this classical interpretation of work consists of human as intellectual being, yet work is physical. Ini adalah di mana satu tafsiran di mana manusia itu adalah suatu makhluk yang mempunyai bijak pandai, tetapi bila mengenai bab bekerja, ia adalah melibatkan daripada segi soal fizikal. Contohnya, manusia ni bila berfikir, dia menggunakan bijak pandainya, tetapi bila melakukan pekerja, dia akan menggunakan fizikal, maknanya menggunakan tenaganya untuk melaksanakan atau untuk mengekspresikan kepada apa yang diciptakan yang terhasil daripada bijak pandai yang dia fikirkan tadi tu. Okey. Di dalam poin ni adalah di mana human free beings with work is necessity. Maksudnya di sini adalah di mana manusia ni adalah satu makhluk bebas dan pekerjaan itu adalah suatu keperluan bagi manusia. Bila kita tak kerja, mana kita nak dapat keperluan kan? Jadi bila bekerja kita akan meraih pendapatan, daripada situ kita akan dapat keperluan. Ini adalah dimasukkan dengan poin ni. Okey, bila kita bekerja, kita akan melibatkan soal daripada semula jadi, manusia semula jadi dan potensi manusia. Bila kita bekerja, kita akan menggunakan potensi yang kita ada sedia ada. Yang saya sebut tadi adalah di mana kita menggunakan potensi semula jadi, iaitu kita kita punya daya akal fikiran untuk menghasilkan sesuatu perkara yang dihasilkan melalui bijak pandai kita. Okay. Poin yang kedua adalah di mana hedonistic interpretation, tafsiran hedonistik. Tafsiran hedonistik ini adalah dimasukkan dengan hidup adalah untuk kita mencari kesenangan yang sebanyak mungkin dan kita kena menikmati hidup kita sendiri. Okey, di dalam poin ni ada 4 huraian di mana huraian pertama adalah di mana understand work as necessary mean for obtaining life pleasure. Maknanya memahami bahawa pekerjaan itu adalah penting dan perlu untuk kita mendapatkan keperluan seharian, keperluan hidup kita. Seperti yang saya sebut tadi, di mana kerja untuk kita dapat pendapatan dan kita akan meraihkan kita akan meraih pendapatan dan mendapatkan keperluan harian kita. Ini adalah masukkan dengan poin kita. Okay. Second point adalah di mana one work to buy those things that you make you happy. Okay, bila kita bekerja, kita akan dapat duit dan kita akan beli barang-barang yang membuatkan kita bahagia. Dengan pendapatan kita, dengan gaji kita. Ini adalah yang dimaksudkan dengan poin ni. Okay, seterusnya adalah di mana work is the price have to pay to get both the necessity of life and the many other things that make life enjoyable and pleasurable. Maksud di sini adalah di mana dengan pekerjaan adalah cara untuk kita mendapatkan keperluan hidup dan menjadikan hidup kita ni lebih bermakna dan menyenangkan. Atau lebih dekat lagi adalah di mana pekerjaan ini adalah suatu harga untuk kita dapatkan keperluan kehidupan kita, terusnya membuatkan kehidupan kita ni lebih bermakna dan kita akan seronoklah dengan kehidupan ni sebab keperluan kita sentiasa mencukupi melalui dengan kita bekerja, pendapatan hasil daripada kita bekerja. Okey. Ini adalah kita menggunakan hedonistic model emphasis. Hedonistic model emphasize on happiness as one satisfaction. This view compatible with the assumption of neoclassical economy. Model ini lebih kepada kesesuaian mendapatkan kebahagiaan sebagai sumber keinginan untuk mendapatkan kepuasan diri. Dan model ni sesuai untuk ekonomi neoklasikal di mana ekonomi ni lebih kepada pengeluar menggunakan faktor permintaan. Itulah daripada saya. Terima kasih.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syafiq bin Nur Azmi, ID Matric I 18, 20, 30 and 87. Okay, my topic is the human fulfillment. I want to explain to you about it. Okay, work is a primary activity through which people develop their full potential as human being. Kerja adalah aktiviti utama di mana orang mengembangkan potensi penuh sebagai manusia. Okay, theological ethic by Talos. Be all that you can be. Jadilah semua yang anda boleh. Okay, social benefit. However, not every job contribute to their development of human potential. Okay, namun bukan semua pekerjaan yang menyumbang kepada perkembangan potensi manusia. Okay, the point is number 1. Work is a source of many factors that lead to human fulfillment. However, the model suggests that all of the psychological benefit and cost subjective to a person's preference. Okay, kerja adalah sumber yang banyak faktor membawa kepada pemenuhan manusia. Walau bagaimanapun, model menunjukkan bahawa semua faedah dan kos psikologi ini bergantung kepada pemilihan seorang. Okay, then also there is a possibility that not all jobs can create some form of human fulfillment, but fulfillment require the right job and a work environment that can encourage such growth. Okay, maksudnya adalah apa?
Ada kemungkinan bahawa bukan semua pekerjaan dapat menciptakan beberapa bentuk kepuasan, tetapi pemenuhan memerlukan pekerjaan yang tepat dan lingkungan kerja yang dapat mendorong pertumbuhan tersebut. Okay. An individual and work in some sense are in a reciprocal relationship in the a person can exercise their control over their work, but the practice also can influence and even shape the individual. The model difference from the hedonistic model in that the hedonistic model claim that the value of the work is an instrument of pleasure, while the human fulfillment evolve deeper into what work can do to a person and a goodness. Okay, maksudnya seseorang individu dan bekerja dalam erti tertentu, maknanya dia fokus dalam kemahiran apa yang dia mahir. Okey, berada dalam hubungan timbang balik di mana orang boleh menjalankan kawalan mereka terhadap pekerjaan mereka. Maknanya mereka ni boleh mengerjakan sesuatu pekerjaan khusus kepada dia je. Okey, tetapi latihan ini boleh dapat mempengaruhi dan membentuk individu. Biasanya kita ni belajar secara teori, tetapi bila kita praktikal ni kita buat kerja tu, baru kita nampak, oh macam ni rupanya. Kalau kita sekadar belajar teori, kita nampak gambaran tu tak jelas. Tapi bila kita praktik, dia mampu membentuk individu yang solid lah. Maknanya teori dia boleh, praktikal pun dia boleh. Okey, itu maksudnya. Okey, model ini berbeza dengan model hedonistik kerana hedonistik mendakwa bahawa nilai kerja adalah alat kesenangan, sementara kepuasan manusia menilai lebih dalam apa pekerjaan yang dapat dilakukan pada seseorang dan kebaikan. Okey, hedonistik ni kata pekerjaan ni adalah benda kesenangan, tetapi kepuasan ni ialah apa pekerjaan yang kita boleh lakukan dengan baik. Macam tu. Itu maksudnya kepuasan. Okay, and then the next point is number 2. The human fulfillment model state that there is a cause of both employment. When a person work, there is a need to constant diligence prevent. Okey, model pemenuhan manusia menyatakan bahawa ada kos kedua pekerjaan. Apabila seorang bekerja, ada keperluan untuk ketekunan yang berterusan. Okey, untuk point ni kita explain point seterusnya. Okey, with these three character, a person can contribute to the improvement of. A person can grow and improve if he or she add some virtue in their performance. Okey, maksudnya dalam ketiga-tiga watak ni ialah keperluan untuk tekun yang okey. Maknanya dia tekun yang berterusan. Okey. Dalam ketiga-tiga watak ni, seseorang dapat menyumbang kepada peningkatan. Seorang dapat berkembang dan bertambah baik jika dia menambah beberapa kebajikan dalam prestasi mereka. Maknanya mereka ni fokus, kemudian mereka dapat fokus ni secara berterusan. Maknanya mereka dapat memberikan sesuatu kerja yang berkualiti. Okey, pekerjaan juga boleh menyebabkan orang berpindah kepada bandar-bandar yang besar yang tinggal dalam komuniti mereka. Okey. Kemudian dalam era kita ni pengangguran ni dah banyak. Terlalu banyak pengangguran. Kemudian wujudlah kemurungan, tekanan, kegelisahan dan banyak faktor yang berlainan. Okay, that's all from me and I want to pass to the next topic. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Muhammad Azim Salahuddin bin Abdul Muttalib. Matric number I19103483. Alright, my subtopic liberal model of work. What is liberal model of work? Liberal model of work, a middle ground between the conventional model and the human fulfillment. Liberals, individual workers should be free to choose the end of their work. People choose to work for many reasons and may willingly accept undesirable job simple as means to earn money. Liberal, there is some single human and that all work should serve. Like the human fulfillment, liberal recognize that human can be significantly influenced by their work and argue that we should make ethical assessment of work on the basis of how work affect workers. Liberal part company which the fulfillment when they specify the ground on which that assessment is made. Human fulfillment makes that judgment on the basis of some vision of what make a meaning human life. Liberal make their judgment in terms of how work affect a worker's ability to make free and autonomous decision about their own life. Norman Boyd explained his own theory of meaningful work as a middle ground between those who think the value of work is to be left to the whim of workers and those who defend an objective normative definition of meaningful work. He believes that one of the moral obligation of the firm is to provide meaningful work for employees. However, just what constitute a meaningful work has been a contentious matter. What is a meaningful work? Meaningful work defined as what worker define it. Should it be given an objective normative definition which would permit manager to provide it even if the employee do not agree? Why should each manager provide each worker a meaningful work as he or she define is the other hand? A standard problem which objective normative definition that can be given. If the meaning and value of work is whatever the workers determines it to be, then we cannot say that workers have any right to, nor management any duty to provide meaningful work. Then workers' right fail to distinct right from mere desire. Range of management duties would be impossible to fulfill. Defender of his hedonistic model, sympathetic of the free market, workers have no right to meaningful work. The meaning and value of work, like all the condition of work, should be left to the free choice that emerges from individual beginning between employee and employer. Liberal approach to work reject this view as to improve an understanding of human freedom. Individual may choose to work difficult, depressing, low paying, even dangerous job. If there are few alternatives available, we should not honor this as a free choice. Alright, Norman Boyd ni berpendapat bahawa semakin banyak orang yang dipaksa bekerja, semakin besar tanggungjawab untuk memastikan bahawa keadaan tempat kerja itu berat. Dalam kes seperti ini sangat memerlukan pekerjaan yang mewajibkan kita untuk menyiasat apa yang dilakukan oleh pekerja. Orang seperti apa yang diciptakan di tempat kerja, adakah pengurus dibenarkan membuat orang seperti pekerja itu walaupun pekerja itu tidak bersetuju? Haruskah kita merancang tempat kerja yang memaksa orang itu untuk menjadi kreatif atau bergaul, atau memaksa mereka untuk mengembangkan bakat dan kemampuan mereka sepenuhnya? We should decide such matter. Liberal theories of justice. Individual freedom is a fundamental and necessary element of social justice. Liberals have always rejected classical politic theories that specific some common, specific and particular ways that all people should live. Even if we could specific what that life should be, it would seem that the only way to achieve it would be by forcing individual to live life other than the ones they choose. Most liberals also reject the subjective and relativistic implication of more libertarian vision. It is not good for humans to do just anything they want. Some ways of living are morally better than others. Liberal resolve this tension by reference to such general characteristic and goods as autonomy, rationality, and physical, mental health or primary goods. These goods are necessary in order to achieve whatever other goods an individual choose to pursue. What can be valued as a means for attaining whatever an individual choose. However, if in the process of work these primary goods are destroyed, individuals have little chance of attaining their other end. The liberal model argued that individuals have certain right in the workplace and that the right function to protect certain central of primary goods. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Iqmal Azizi bin Cik Yum. Okay, I will explain about the social economic work perspective. Okay. First, this socio-economy is also known as the social economy. Okay, it is social science that studies how economic activity influence and shaped by social process. Okay, in general, it analyzes how modern societies and advice backward because of their local or regional economy or global economy. And then society is divided into three groups. One is social, two cultural, and three economic. Okay. This also refer to the social way then to measure its impact, and individual of socio-economic status can influence their education, attainment and financial security. Okay, sini saya nak bagi sedikit kefahaman dengan sosioekonomi ni, dengan sosioekonomi yang berbeza akan mendatangkan kesan yang sangat mendalam pada pendidikan anak-anak maupun keluarga. Okey, khususnya pada tahap pencapaian pembelajaran lah, pada peringkat rendah, sederhana maupun tinggi, mengikut kemampuan sosioekonomi yang setiap keluarga tu ada. Okey, selepas tu, okay, graduate from higher education tend to increase their income potential and also provide opportunities to interact with people with similar or more advanced social position and build beneficial social network. Okay, for example, for example of socio-economic, children from low income families generally do not have the same opportunities from the as children from middle or high income families. And then finally, to understand about social economies, especially in relation to the interaction between social process and economic activities, is society is to look at the daily life of society at low, medium and high level. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syazani bin Sa'dun, nama matrik I18303422. Here, I would like to present about subtopic 5.6, how can business make environments focus on ethical responsibilities and making work meaningful. There are 4 effective ways in business that can create environment that focus on ethical responsibilities and making work meaningful. The first way is called classical. Work cannot be made meaningful. Only intellectual pursuits can be meaningful. The word intellectual pursuits mean something akin to the pursuit of knowledge. It is doing something that requires the use of research and intellect to find the answer to questions of your own or those of others. This means that people who use their expertise on intellectual in doing the work will make it easier and perfect. Next, we turn to the second way, which is hedonistic. If work is viewed from the perspective of getting to be able to do what you want later, it is meaningful. A business should haggle wage and conditions. It's devoted to the pursuit of pleasure or relating to, or characterized by hedonism, a hedonistic lifestyle. People who have the nature of hedonism will make the job something important to them because they have a goal which is to live happily. Looking at the job will provide benefits that can make their lives happy. That's hedonistic. The third one is human fulfillment. Work has to have a positive effect on the workers and be able to help them reach their full potential. This means that if the work they do is not in accordance with their wishes, then they will not get any benefits. Hence, they will not be able to master the work. So, interest in something is important so that we are always focused and diligent with it. The last one is liberal. Businesses must make sure the workers are being able to keep their own autonomy, rationality, and physical and mental health. What is autonomy? Autonomy is performance, satisfaction, innovation, engagement, motivation, and productivity. And rationality is the quality or state of being rational.
Alright, so the conclusion is, thus far, research in non-Western country has been based on existing definition, and instruments and comparative studies have largely examined the relative strength of the work ethic in different cultures. Work meanings and identify are not simply determined by a work organization, much rather defined and enacted by individuals in complex series of interactive processes. Much of literature, however, is at the conceptual level, postulating broad shift in work attitudes due to modernization, globalization, and demographic changes in the composition of the workforce. Jadi sejauh ini, penyelidikan di negara-negara bukan barat berdasarkan definisi dan juga instrumen yang ada dan kajian perbandingan sebahagian besarnya telah mengkaji kekuatan relatif etika tersebut, etika kerja lah senang cerita, dalam budaya yang berbeza. Makna dan identiti kerja tidak hanya ditentukan oleh organisasi kerja tersebut, tetapi ianya lebih ditentukan ataupun lebih ditentukan dan juga digubal oleh individu tersebut dalam rangkaian proses interaktif yang sangat kompleks. Jadi itu saja daripada grup kami, grup 4. So that's all for us. I hope you all understand, and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again.